Stay with matters related to our economy. Finance Minister Tito Mboweni's economic recovery plan released recently has elicited mixed reactions. Some have praised his strategy paper to spur growth, while others say it's thin on detail, and others feel there's nothing new. Well, interested parties have been given until the 15th of September to submit their inputs. The Black Business Council has had an opportunity to look at this plan. Its CEO, Khanki Matabane, joins us in studio this morning to talk about this particular document. So, Mr. Matabane, good morning to you. Firstly, thank you for waking up to come talk to us. You've had time to peruse this document. Yeah. Do you support it?
Thank you very much for inviting us. Firstly, maybe we must applaud the Minister of Finance for at least getting the country talking about the real issues. The country now is talking about economic policies, talking about creating employment, reducing policy, which is a good thing from where we are sitting. We are busy finalizing our input. We'll have the document ready by the closing date, by the 15th. But there are just some few issues that we wanted to say. For us, any economic policy that seeks to create employment has to be talking about mainly being anchored about the small business development, access to markets, access to funding. So when you look at the document, there are some few issues that are a bit worrying. For example, the document talks about access to funding being available. What needed to be done is just communication, and we tend to disagree with that. There's no access to funding. NEF, for example, has not been capitalized for a long time. There's no funding for risk. So before the project is it can be taken to the market, there's no funding for that. All the funding institutions are all over the place for small businesses. So we were going to propose that everything needs to be consolidated into one. When you make an application for funding to the IDC and the NEF and the PIC, the forms should probably be the same. Why do you have to fill 100 forms for the same funding requirements?
All right, so funding for small businesses still needs fine-tuning, according to your assessment of the document. Any other areas that perhaps are positive or perhaps negative?
Yeah, for example, let's talk about the unbundling of ESCOM. For you, if you want to create jobs and grow the economy in South Africa, we need the reliable and affordable energy. Is the unbundling going to make the electricity cheaper or affordable? If it's going to make it affordable, then we're fine with it. But if it's going to make it more expensive, then how are you going to grow the economy with that? Because small businesses will have to pay more. Business in general will have to pay more. The men on the streets, like myself, have to pay more. How then are you going to get the economy working with that? The second,
what would your proposal be in turning around ESCOM?
Yeah, we're engaging with the document. We're going to make a proposal. We have not yet finalized the document, but for us, the electricity needs to be reliable and affordable. If you want to, for example, if you want to bring manufacturing into the country, as we want to do, you need electricity that is reliable. For you to have a smelter here in South Africa, you need electricity that can run the smelter. You're not going to run that with the renewable energy.
One final question I want to ask of you is the document, as you heard there in that intro, that it's elicited mixed reaction. But are you finding the responses coming in particular from the alliance partners of the ANC very condemnatory of the finance minister's document and the manner in which it was released? Does that inspire confidence from stakeholders like yourself at a time when the finance minister is saying the debate about how the document was released is neither here nor there? Time is of the essence. Is the ANC giving confidence in how it itself is interacting with this document?
Yeah. For us, we welcome the document, we welcome the debate, because the country is in a crisis. When you're in a crisis, you don't want to be over-consulting. You need to get on to the job, dealing with the issues of unemployment, dealing with the issues of the growth, dealing with the issues of inequality and grow the economy. Otherwise, we don't want to be talking forever. For us, I think it's a good thing that the Minister of Finance came with this document, and he managed to get the country talking.
Excellent. All right. Thank you very much for your time. That's Khanki Matabane. He is the CEO of the Black Business Council.